craziest street in LA. The street's split directly down the middle. This side of the street's owned by Beverly Hills, and this side of the street's owned by LA County. The difference on each side is wild.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome to another reaction video. This time around, I stumbled on this video where this woman showed us how the communities in Los Angeles are divided. Where, for example, you can have one street here, very fancy and nice looking neighborhood, and just right next door, just the next street, it looks terrible. And this is like a common phenomenon you see a lot in US cities, or for example in LA. When I was living in LA, it happened a lot. For example, you can be living in Hollywood, and just the difference between Hollywood and West Hollywood, just the next street is West Hollywood, and the difference in how the houses and the places, how it just looks, the community is crazy. It seems like some sort of segregation. But anyway, let's get straight into this video and you guys can be the judge for yourself.
This is the craziest street in LA. The street's split directly down the middle. This side of the street's owned by Beverly Hills, and this side of the street's owned by LA County. The difference on each side is wild. The sidewalk owned by LA County, and the sidewalk directly across the street owned by Beverly Hills. We're on Whitworth Drive, and we're on Whitworth Drive. Here's the fire hydrant on the side that's owned by LA County, and here's on the side owned by Beverly Hills. I just know that this side of the street shops at Erewhon, and this side of the street shops at Ralph's. This side of...
Whoa. Why are you dissing Ralph's like Ralph's is for poor people? What do you mean by this side of the street shops at Ralph's, the other side shops at Erewhon? Come on, Ralph's isn't that bad. Ralph's is still better than Walmart. But anyway, jokes aside, as I was saying earlier when I started the video, I know someone who was trying to buy a home in Los Angeles, and they wanted to buy a home somewhere around West Hollywood and Hollywood. He told me that the houses he saw in Hollywood was around maybe like $1.4 million, $1.5 million. And just walking to the next street, which was West Hollywood, the houses suddenly became 2-point-something million. Just the next street. How can I live in a street and then the next street, the houses there are like almost $500,000 more expensive? It doesn't make any sense. And it's the same thing we're seeing here. You can see Beverly Hills, and then you can see greater Los Angeles area run by Los Angeles County. And before you say Beverly Hills is under Los Angeles County, Beverly Hills has its own police department. It's its own city, practically. But anyway, this is the same thing that happened during the protest. Because I remember I was still living in LA during the Black Lives Matter protest. When they were rioting and looting and destroying stuff in Los Angeles, the police didn't do anything. But once the riots got towards Beverly Hills and they got to Rodeo Drive, you know, the fancy streets that has all the expensive stores, the police became super brutal. Like the Beverly Hills Police Department, they don't joke, they don't f around. They don't have homeless people. If you're a homeless person and you move with your homeless tent to Beverly Hills, the police is gonna beat the f out. Maybe not beat, but they'll throw you away. They'll throw you to Los Angeles County where you belong, apparently, which is the discrimination. Why can't I be homeless in Beverly Hills? Why can't I bring my tent and put it at Beverly Hills and be homeless? Why? So I read about redlining, which I heard that back in the day, redlining was a way of segregating like minorities in terms of, oh, you can't get property in this neighborhood and stuff. And over time, that's why some streets, you can see that they're like, oh, they look bad. And then just right next door, there's a nicer street. And I noticed this a lot throughout LA. For example, there's a place in downtown, very similar. You can literally see Skid Row. If you're familiar with the downtown Los Angeles area, Skid Row, which is like the biggest homeless concentration. I think it's like 15,000 homeless people in Skid Row. Skid Row is about 6 to 7 streets. It looks terrible. Right next to Skid Row, you see high-rise buildings. You see finance companies, you see banks, you see, like, it's so crazy. Terrible neighborhoods, nice neighborhoods, they're all mixed together. And in the comment section of this video, someone was saying that if I want to be safe, I'm gonna park my car in the Beverly Hills section. Sorry, it's not gonna work, because in all these rich fancy areas, you need a permit to park. You can't just come with your broke ass and just park your car in Beverly Hills. Who the f are you? They're gonna tow your shit and throw you back to your shitty ass neighborhood. No, I'm just playing around, you know. But I mean, I'm not playing around. It actually happens. So my point is, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're like, oh, I live right next to a nice area. My point is, you can live in a nice neighborhood, but live on a very shitty street. You can be in a street that is crime-ridden, lots of crimes and shit, and then you move over to the next streets, The next street will still have crimes, because if the people committing the crimes are living around you, you're gonna have crime in your streets. But at least your streets will be nicer, which is crazy. But anyway, yeah, pretty much. I feel like the US is one of those cities that I see that being a common thing. I feel like most other countries, when the middle class and maybe upper middle or upper class are divided, they're not living in the same vicinity like how it is, at least in Los Angeles. I don't know about other cities. I mean, obviously, I know that in some places, if you go all the way south in those cities, the neighborhoods become shitty everywhere. But it's just strange to me when we go into neighborhoods and you have rich people on the left, poor people on the right. I don't want to use that word, but you get my point. It's funny, but I guess it's a way for everybody to bond.
Street works out at Equinox, and this side works out at Planet Fitness. The Beverly Hills side has freshly painted red zones. The side owned by LA County can never. Doheny. Doheny.
Even the signs. This is Beverly Hills. You can tell from how nice their sign is. Look at the ugly ass sign for Los Angeles County. Right next door. It's crazy. It's a crazy phenomenon. I mean, the only advantage or the only thing I can say that this is a motivating factor. For example, if you live in the side of the street that is under Los Angeles County, and you look at your neighbors and they live better, they live in a nice street just next door, it'll push you to work a little bit harder, in life. Maybe. I don't know. But that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you think about these videos and how you think this neighborhood being separated. What do you think about it? What is your take on this? Let me know in the comment section. If you like this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.